Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Food Junkie. I have a story, then I have a question. First, I have a statement, then I have a story, and then I have a question. The statement is I was reluctant to make a video about this subject because I think it's oversaturated. And my personal opinion is it's being played for social commentary, fodder, and just nonsense. While I do not condone the actions of this individual, I do not fully place all the blame on this individual either. Once again, who I am allowed me to think critically and think outside the box. Who I am allows me to see things, hear things, look at things in a critical manner and from all sides of the story. And who I'm talking about? Robert Kelly, aka R. Kelly, aka the Pied Piper, aka Step in the Name of Love. So, we all know the story. We all know that R. Kelly has been arrested, indicted, and released from jail for sexual misconduct with underage girls. We know that. But we've known that for years now. We've known that he has been sexually active with underage girls for years. We know that. That's not something new. It's not something that came out in the Surviving R. Kelly series. We knew that when he married Aaliyah when she was 14, 15 years old, and he was 27. We knew that when we saw the tape. Well, I never seen the tape. I don't want to see the tape because that's not what I'm into. But when the tape was circulating about him pissing on a 13-year-old girl, we have heard the rumors about R. Kelly for decades. Not years, but decades. And we've known that he liked underage girls. We've heard the stories throughout the streets of Chicago, throughout the country, throughout the world about how he liked underage girls. Now, all of a sudden, he's this aggressive mega predator, which, liking underage girls or boys is not something I'm into, not something that I condone, not something that I am, going to back up. But at the same time, I will say that there have been instances where, even watching the Surviving R. Kelly series, that the questions I had was, why are you going back to this individual? You live in the South. You're taking a plane to Chicago to be mistreated by this individual on the premise that he's going to help you with your music. Yeah. Thinking critically, something more going on with that story. And yes, I am one of the ones who's going to put responsibilities on the individual, the parents of the individual, R. Kelly, of course, the people around R. Kelly, of course, his wife, of course, his manager, his artist that was around seeing these things. I think that everyone in a situation have some type of culpability to where you must take responsibilities for your own actions. Of course, people are going to say, oh, they're 13 years old, they're 14 years old, they're 16 years old, whatever. They didn't know. At 13, 14, and 15 years old, you are aware of what sex is. You are aware what is right and what's wrong. I'm sorry, you may not have the mental capacity to make a proper decision by law, but we know as individuals, as human beings, that at those ages, you know what you're doing. You may not understand the consequences or the ramifications of what you're doing, but you know what you want to do, when you want to do it, and how you want to do it. Full disclosure, I worked in the school system in the city that I am in, at least one of the school systems, I should say. And working in the school systems, I saw a lot going on. I caught a friend of mine's daughter having sex with 3 boys. This is middle school now, in the stairwell. Now, she was in 7th grade. They were in 7th grade as well. So, who do I blame for that? I can't say, oh, R. Kelly made them do it. At those ages, we understand, sex and how to have sex and what's going on with sex and things like that. Personal story. When I was 12, 12, I had a sexual experience with a 14-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? So, she didn't take advantage of me. I knew what was going on. She knew what was going on. I knew what I wanted to do. I did it. So when you start not taking responsibility for your actions, it becomes an excuse to do bad actions or to do things that you know that you shouldn't be doing. But off of me, back to the story statement and question. So last night at work, an R. Kelly song came on. I guess someone was listening to some streaming device, and R. Kelly's song came on. And it was with Mr. Big, I think Kelly Price, and R. Kelly. It was the first song that he ever did with, I think, Mr. Biggs. And it was not Trapped in a Closet, but the one was, let me get the lyrics right, or let me get the song right. Well, that's no here or there, regardless of what song it was. It was a bop. I'm keeping it real. It was one of his #1 songs. It was a bop. It was the return of Mr. Biggs. It was introducing Kelly Price. The song was a bop back in the days, and it's a bop now. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to be like, oh, no, R. Kelly, da, da, da. Now, am I going to burn all of my R. Kelly CDs that I have in my collection? Nope. I'm not. And why? Because I paid money for it. He already got the money for it. He already got the accolades for it. He already got the awards or whatever he got from it. Me purchasing it years ago, he already got. Now, am I going to go out there and buy any more of his new music or his new stuff? No. I haven't bought an R. Kelly CD since the first Trapped in the Closet. Because when he started coming out with 26 versions of that, it was ridiculous. It was too much. It was stupid to me. And by then, I was over him and his music. But I will not be burning, throwing away, discarding anything that I spent my money on years ago. But another personal story. That's for another time, another day. Right now, I want to say, when the music came on, I heard it. I'm like, okay, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Are we going to turn the channel? Or are we going to stop playing it when his part come on? Or are we going to let it ride? So I'm doing my work, me and the young lady that was listening to this song was just having, casual conversation throughout the process of the song. And when his part came on, my question was, oh, are you going to turn it off? Or are you going to let it play? Mind you, her and I have had conversations about this subject prior to this moment. And we're kind of on the same page. While we give him the responsibility of what he did. And we blame him and fault him, and we're not supporting him today as far as buying new music. We also both believe that the young ladies need to take some responsibility for their own action. Another personal story. I know young ladies personally who went after older men. When I was in middle school, high school, well, I should say high school, I should say, I knew young ladies that would get dropped off in the morning by older men. I knew young ladies who would dress up and go to clubs to attract older men. I knew young ladies that would seek out these older men. Now, do I say they were wrong? Do I say they were right? I know, I can remember asking a couple of them, why are you with him? He's old. He's older than you, way older than you. That is something that's disgusting to me. That's what I said back then. And even today, you know, because I think that any guy or girl or man or woman that seeks out a child, or once you find out someone is a child, it's a problem. Because my questions then become, why can't you communicate with someone your own age? Why can't you find an attraction towards someone your own age? Why can't you be in a relationship with someone your own age? What are you lacking as an adult that requires someone that is mentally not developed yet? And I don't care how mature you think you are or how grown you think you are at the age of 14, 15, 16, 17, you still don't have the wherewithal that a mature adult have. If you are 16 years old and dating someone who's 27, you guys are on two totally different wavelengths mentally. If you're 14 years old, regardless of you may know what you want at that time, you don't understand the true ramifications of what your actions are. Although at the moment you think that, oh yeah, I want this, I want to do this, I want to do that, I think I'm grown, I can handle myself. Can you really? And at 27, you should be disgusted by somebody who is underage. Maybe developed physically, but mentally, they're nowhere near where you should be, or nowhere near where you want someone to share your life, your bed, that moment with. So, back to R. Kelly. I like to give little personal stories like that. But back to R. Kelly and last night. So when his part came on, my question was just to the young lady is, are you going to turn it off or are we going to listen to it? I asked her and gave her that, choice or that permission because I wanted her to make the decision. I don't want to say that I forced someone to listen to something, although it was on her device. I didn't want someone to say, oh, he forced her to listen to this song when she was uncomfortable, especially in this climate that we're in of this Me Too movement, and everything can be considered a slight towards someone if not given a choice. I think I'm going to do a video about choices as well later on, but that's for a later time. So she said, hell yeah, what's this song? That was my joint back in the day, and it's my joint now. Okay, for your joint, do your thing. So we listened to the song, and like I said, the song was a bop back then. The song is a bop now. So after the song goes off, we continue to work, whatever. But I'm thinking to myself, what really, truly are the ramifications of the choices that we make. Because back in the day, we chose to allow this man to continue to make music for everybody, from Whitney Houston to Michael Jackson to Lady Gaga. You know, we chose to let him continue to be in the industry, knowing that he has a problem. Now, the problem he has may stem from him being abused himself, so he's not mentally developed enough to make rational decisions, although he's developed enough to make great music, but he's also illiterate. If you take all those things into account, one study says that when you are molested, your mind stays where you were molested. Your mind is trapped there, or your opinions or thoughts are kind of trapped there. Granted, some people move past it, some people move forward with it, but at the same time, your thought process kind of is stuck in that position or that time frame when you were molested. So I can kind of see that with R. Kelly. You like young girls because you like, you're mentally a child. He can't read. He really can't write. He's a music prodigy. You can't take that away from him. He is, extremely good at what he does musically, but he is a flawed human being. And are we going to throw away the entire person, or as they say, throw away the baby with the bathwater? Or are we going to continue to allow his music to, be a relevant and prevalent part of not only the Black culture, but the American culture? People have had babies to his music. People have had weddings, bar mitzvahs, graduation parties, anniversary parties, birthdays. His music is woven in the fabric of this country, especially the Black community. So at what point are we going to take responsibilities for allowing this individual to, be so relevant and so prevalent for so long in our musical culture of this country? Now, I can say, me personally, I'm taking responsibility for my actions, but I'm also not going to apologize for liking his music. I've never understood his sexual deviance or sexual like or gratification towards someone who's underage. I've never understood anyone, any pedophile, who enjoyed the company of a younger person, immature person, someone who's not of age. Granted, they may know what they want to do at that young age, but they don't understand the ramifications of what they're doing at that young age. But at the same time, you must still hold them accountable. Now, if he had raped someone, rape is not about sex. Rape is about power. If he held someone hostage against their will, they say he's holding people against their will, but at the same time, when these young ladies are being asked, has he held you against your will? Their answer is no. They ran away from home, from their parents. And in the documentary, we saw one young lady get basically kidnapped by her mom to come back home. And she ran back to Robert Kelly. Is that right? No. Is it wrong? I don't know. Is he brainwashing these young ladies? I don't know. But I know that he has a sexual deviance towards liking younger, underage women. And that right there, I hold him accountable for. And I think that that's wrong. But I also know that the women that he pursue, I should say, or the young girls that he pursue, are damaged in some way because they allow him to, you know, get sexual gratification without seeming to have any type of self-esteem for themselves. Now, I don't know these young ladies personally. I don't know Robert Kelly personally. All I know is what I see. And I am a very good judge of a situation and someone's character based on their actions in a situation. I know personally, if I was to have a daughter and at the age of 13, 14, 15, I don't care what her aspirations are in the music industry, I would not allow her to be in a room alone with someone that I have heard and know of having sex with younger women. That's, as a parent, you must take responsibility for. And I will not work for someone that requires me to go pick up younger women or younger underage girls, knowing that they're going to want to coerce or have them have sex with them. Now, those are decisions that I choose to make as an individual. But at the same time, not everyone thinks like I think. Not everyone believes what I believe. Not everyone understands things the way I understand them or see things the way I see them. And I understand that. But I would hold and do hold everyone accountable for their actions. Everyone is accountable for their actions. No one gets a free pass. No one gets the right to say, well, I didn't know, or years later, because they didn't get what they want or thought they was going to get out of a situation, choose to fault someone or blame someone for their actions. Now, I got a little bit off topic, but the point I'm saying is, are we going to cancel R. Kelly? Are we going to burn and throw away the music that we have for R. Kelly? Now, I'm not going to consciously go out and play one of his CDs or one of his songs or some of his music. But if it comes on, it comes on. I am not going to I'm not going to go out and buy his stuff. But the stuff that I have of his, I'm not going to destroy it because that was my money that I spent. He already got the money from it. But like I said, I haven't really consciously listened to an R. Kelly song or R. Kelly CD in years. But when one comes on, am I going to turn the channel, switch stations, turn it off? I don't know. Depends on what song it is. It depends on my mood at that time. But I do not support R. Kelly. I do not favor his actions or like his actions or his beliefs or thought process. I think that he needs help mentally. I think that, him going to jail is not going to stop his behavior. I think that, having sexual intercourse with someone that is not of age is wrong. But at the same time, I also want to say we knew that. We knew that he was doing these things, having a preference for younger girls. We know that. So at what point are we going to take responsibility for our actions? At what point are we going to take responsibility for the actions of, that we allow to happen, I should say. So this is just my personal take on the R. Kelly situation. I know this opinion may not be popular. I know this opinion may cause some havoc with people saying that you shouldn't victim blame, but I'm not victim blaming because I don't see victims. I see individuals who made conscious decisions during the time that they made that decision. Yes, a lot was underage. A lot was hypnotized by the stardom. A lot was digmatized by, they say, him. Digmatized. That just flew out. I didn't mean to say that, but yeah, I said it. Oh well. And was it wrong? Is it wrong? Yes, it's wrong. I don't agree with what he did. I don't agree with his lifestyle. I don't agree with the fact that, that happened. But at the same time, I do hold everyone responsible for their actions. Just like when a child do something wrong and they get punished for that, you can't say, oh, well, that child didn't know exactly what they were doing, so they have no culpability whatsoever in their actions. No. If you tell a child don't do something, or a child do something that is not part of the right thing, just say if they take something that doesn't belong to them, they're held responsible for that. If a child do something that is illegal, they're held responsible for that. You can't say they didn't know. It's not a double standard when it comes to someone younger making a mistake. It was just that, a mistake. But they still have to be responsible for that mistake and their actions. So when we're only blaming R. Kelly for what happened, we need to think about that. He wasn't the only one making these decisions. There were many people making these decisions. Many people making these decisions. And I think that all of them should be held responsible for their actions. All of them. Once again, this is Food Junkie's opinion. I can only talk about and comment on and make commentary about what I know, how I feel, and my belief system. I am one who holds myself responsible for things that I do and things that I say. I am one who don't like to make too many excuses, apologize for things that I know is wrong. And when I speak, there is no malicious intent in what I say or my thought process. I'm just speaking for what I know. Once again, love yourself, love somebody else, respect yourself, respect someone else. Until next time, I'll see you then. Have a great day.